Hello students, welcome to another video. Today we are going to discuss about chapter 13 of class 8 science, sound. Sound plays an important part in our daily lives. It helps us to communicate with each other. We hear a wide variety of sounds in our surroundings. Sound is produced by a vibrating body. Vibration is the to and fro or back and forth motion of an object. A sound is produced by a vibrating body. Vibration is the to and fro motion of an object. For example, if you strike a school bell, it vibrates and produces sound. If you pluck a stretched rubber band, it vibrates and produces sound. If you beat a drum, its stretched membrane vibrates and produces sound. Here, different musical instruments are given and their vibrating parts also given. Veena is a musical instrument. Its stretched string produces sound. Sitar. Its vibrating part is stretched string. Violin, stretched string. Tabla, its stretched membrane produces sound. Mridangam, its stretched membrane vibrates and produces sound. Drum, stretched membrane. Flute, air column. Mouth organ, the vibrating part is the air column. So we discussed sound is produced by vibration of an object. The vibration means the to and fro motion of an object is called vibration. So different musical instruments produce sound due to different vibrating part, as we discussed now. Next we have to discuss how sound is produced by humans. In human, sound is produced by voice box, or it's also called larynx. It is the upper part of the windpipe. Two vocal cords are stretched across the voice box, leaving a narrow slit. When the lungs force air through the slit, it vibrates and produces sound. This is the mechanism of sound in human being. In human being, sound is produced by voice box or larynx. It is the upper part of the windpipe. Two vocal cords are stretched across the voice box, leaving a narrow slit. When the lungs force air through the slit, it vibrates and produces sound. So the diagram is very important. The diagram of larynx. Next point you have to keep in mind, sound requires a medium to propagate. Sound requires a medium to travel. So sound can travel through solids, liquids and gases. But sound cannot travel in vacuum. Sound cannot travel in vacuum. A medium is necessary for propagation. That is why sound wave is called mechanical wave, since it requires a medium for propagation. Sound travels through the solid thread of a CAN telephone. A whale listens to the reflected sound in water to locate its prey. We are able to listen to the sounds because sound travels in air. So sound need a medium. Medium can be a liquid or solid or gas. Next, how we hear sound through our ears. First of all, sound enters the ear through ear canal. It makes the eardrum to vibrates. The eardrum sends vibration to the inner ear. From there, the signals go to the brain, and then we hear the sound. So through ear canal, the sound enters to the ear. It makes the eardrum to vibrate. The eardrum sends the vibration to the inner ear. From there, the signals goes to the brain, and then we hear the sound. This is how we are able to hear. Next, some terms related to vibration. As we discussed, a vibration is the to and fro motion of an object. So it's an example of oscillatory motion. Vibration is an example of oscillatory motion. So we have to understand different terms here: amplitude, time period, frequency of vibration. What do you mean by amplitude? The maximum displacement of an oscillatory board from its central position is called amplitude. So the distance OA or OB, from the diagram you can see the distance OA or OB is known as oscillation. It is known as amplitude. The maximum displacement of an oscillating body from its central position is called amplitude. So here OA or OB is the amplitude. Next, oscillations. The motion of a pendulum from one extreme position to another extreme position A and back is called oscillation. Time period. The time taken for completing one oscillation is called a time period. The number of oscillations per second is called its frequency. Number of oscillations per second is called frequency. The unit of frequency is hertz. So the three terms are very important: amplitude, time period, and frequency. Amplitude is the maximum displacement of an oscillating body from its central position. The time taken for one oscillation is called time period. The number of oscillations per second is called its frequency. Its unit is hertz. Loudness and pitch of a sound. The loudness of a sound depends upon the amplitude of vibration. If the amplitude is less, the sound is feeble. If the amplitude is more, the sound is loud. So the loudness is determined by the amplitude. If the amplitude is more, the sound will be loud. If the amplitude is less, the sound will be feeble. The unit of loudness is decibel, which is represented by dB. Then pitch. The pitch of a sound depends upon the frequency of vibration. Loudness depends on amplitude. The pitch of a sound depends upon the frequency of vibration. If the frequency is less, the sound is low pitch. The sound of a drum, the sound of an adult is low pitched sound. If the frequency is more, the sound has high pitch. The sound of whistle, the sound of a baby. That means they have high frequency. They produce high frequency. So pitch determines the frequency, amplitude determines the loudness. Audible and inaudible sound. The audible sound is the sound which we can hear. It has frequencies between 20 Hz to 20,000 Hz, or we can say 20 Hz to 20 kHz. So audible sound is a sound which we can hear. It has a frequency between 20 Hz to 20,000 Hz. That means between 20 and 20,000 vibrations per second. This type of sound is the audible sound. Inaudible sound is the sound which cannot be heard. It has the frequency either less than 20 Hz or more than 20 kHz. Sound whose frequencies are more than 20,000 Hz is called ultrasound. Sound whose frequencies are more than 20,000 Hz is called ultrasound. Some animals like dogs can hear ultrasound. Bat also produces ultrasonic sound. So we discussed what is audible sound, the sound which we are able to hear. It has frequency between 20 Hz to 20,000 Hz. Inaudible sound is the sound which cannot be heard. Its frequency is less than 20 Hz or more than 20,000 Hz. The sound whose frequency is more than 20,000 Hz is called ultrasound or ultrasonic sound. Then, when does sound become a noise? A noise, by the definition, it is the unpleasant sounds. Unpleasant sounds are called noise. It is produced by irregular vibration. If all students in a classroom speak together, a noise is produced. Noise also produced by horns of buses and trucks. And what is the difference between noise and sound, musical sound? Noise is unpleasant sounds. Music, the sound which is pleasing to the ear. The sound which has pleasing sensation is called music. It is produced by regular vibrations. For example, sounds produced by musical instruments, sound of a person singing a song. The main difference of noise and music, noise, it is the unpleasant sound, while music produces a pleasing sensation to the ear. Noise pollution. The presence of excessive or unwanted sounds in the environment is called noise pollution. What are the causes of noise pollution? Noise pollution is caused by sounds of vehicles, explosions, including bursting of crackers, machines, loudspeakers, etc. In home, noise pollution is caused by television, radio, and music system at high volume. Some kitchen appliances, desert coolers, air conditioners also produces noise. What are the harmful effects of noise pollution? Noise pollution causes severe health-related problems like lack of sleep, hypertension, high blood pressure, anxiety, etc. So noise pollution causes several health-related problems such as lack of sleep, hypertension, high blood pressure, anxiety, etc. A person exposed to loud sound continuously may get temporary or permanent impairment of hearing. So these are the problems caused by noise pollution. Then what are the measures to limit noise pollution? Noise pollution can be reduced by using silencers in vehicles, industrial machines, and home appliances, reducing use of vehicle horns, running TV, radio, and music system at low volumes. Planting of trees along the roads and buildings also help to reduce noise pollution.